I normally do Nuzlocke when I play Pokemon, but this time I have a different set of rules. I'm forcing myself to use the same typing Pokemon as the gym leader, forcing me to play the game in a way that I've never played before. The first bump in the road is the Rock Gym leader Roark. Their team consists of a Geodude, Onix, and Cranidos. Sure, the team is pretty simple, but I'm limited on my encounters. First, I don't have access to fossil Pokemon yet, so they're out of the question. Second, a bunch of rock types can't be found until later in the game. Really, all I'm left with is a Geodude and Onix. With a level cap of 14, this won't be easy. I dive into the Oreburgh mine to find the Roark just chilling by a rock. I have a nice chat with him and then he runs away from me. Before I leave, I catch the slippery rock snake as well as a literal rock with arms. We love you, Geodude. As I started my fight against Roark, I screeched and then I screeched some more, only to miss 5 times in a row. I lose my first battle against the gym leader. But you know what? That's okay. I jump back into the arena for round 2 against Roark. This time I actually had decent RNG and Onix was able to wipe out both Geodude and Cranidos. Sadly though, Onix couldn't hold up against Roark's Onix. Geodude gets stacked up with defense curls and then just spammed rock throw until Roark gave me the shiny rock badge. It was time to leave Oreburgh and turn my attention to the second gym leader, Gardenia. The level cap is now 22, which is nice, but we still need our grass encounters. This should be easy as we have a turn of forest ahead of us. What? No, this forest only has Badoo? This wannabe bipedal with stubby feet only has a base stat of 280. Since this is the case, I feel like it's only fair to grab a second one and evolve it to Roselia. Nothing quite says friendship like slaughtering every Magikarp in sight. After a gruesome 100 battles, Badoo finally evolved. Yes! 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 Only having 2 Pokemon that are the same species doesn't quite make me feel like a king. So I went back to Google and found out about Honey, the sponsor for today's video. Wait, wrong video. After saving this old man, I could slather some honey on these trees. Doing this allows me to encounter Burmy, as well as Cherubi. I also found Heracross, but accidentally killed it. Sadly, Burmy isn't actually a grass Pokemon yet, but Wormadam is. So after a quick evolution, it was time to head to the second gym. It turns out that Wormadam is an absolute unit in this gym. It was a clean sweep through each trainer and even Gardenia. Wormadam literally soloed this gym, and that took me by surprise. We're moving straight on to building our next team for Fantina and her ghost gym. There are 4 ghost Pokemon available to us, and 3 of them can be found in the Haunted Mansion located in the northern part of the forest. I enter the mansion and catch 2 Ghastlys, as one of them can evolve into Haunter. Next, we can encounter Rotom. It'll be very helpful during the ghost gym and will be a key component in the 8th gym. I hang out by the Windworks for a few days until a little purple balloon, Drifloon, appeared. I caught the oversized grape, likely saving all the kids in the area. With my team now gathered, it is time to take on the ghost gym. I finally make it to Fantina, and this is where the real challenge begins. The fight starts with her Duskull and my Ghastly. Look how much damage one hit did to my gassy ball. I decide to be a sucker and punch till Duskull falls, then throw one more sucker punch towards the biggest threat, Mismagius. She takes down my Ghastly, and I decide to throw in Rotom. Rotom may have only gotten one move off, but that one move is the key reason I win. Mismagius hits itself, and I manage to get a Shadow Punch in, and thanks to the Citrus Berry my opponent ate, Fantina won't use her potion. I get another Sucker Punch in to take down the threat. Yes! Alright. Finally, I am against Fantina's Haunter, but clearly there is only room for one Haunter in this gym. With Fantina defeated, we turn our attention to the next gym, fighting. This is personally one of my favorite Pokemon typings, but since I'm not too progressed, I only have access to 3. Machop and Meditite shouldn't be much of an issue. Heracross only has a 1% chance of spawning from honey trees. So it's time to head back to the old man that I really should have given a name by now. Please drain my wallet for everything I got, sir. Heracross, I need you, Heracross. Fuck. I need Heracross desperately. Fuck! Yes, please, Heracross? You damn it. Please be the Heracross I need. Burn me again! We finally see the most common one, Combee. And of course it's male. Cherubi, I don't need you. Heracross. The Combee. Welcome on how to get a Heracross in Pokemon Platinum. This is not Heracross. the go. Where is Heracross? Where is it? Pain, literally pain. I slather tree after tree, bark after bark. I lost track of the days and nights trying to find fucking Heracross, but I never stopped. This beetle will be mine, and eventually, it happened. Oh! 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 It's here! It's here! It finally happened! Yes! Yes! Yes, sir! We got it! The hunt is over! With my ultimate fighting team fully assembled, it's time to tackle the 4th gym. I charge in and punch every bag I see, and a few Pokemon too, until I'm faced with Maylene and her 3 Pokemon, Metatype, Machoke, and her ace Lucario. With a level cap of 32, I jump into the fight, leading with my Heracross, which I forgot to level to 32. It doesn't matter though. Since Heracross has Aerial Ace, which is super effective against fighting Pokemon, it literally one-shots Metatype, and Machoke was also no issue. But then Lucario arrived. I had to do something different. Heracross sadly goes down all because I didn't want to click Brick Break. Then I had Metatype finish the fight. It only took 2 Pokemon, and this gave me a genuine appreciation for Heracross. With 4 gyms complete, we have reached the halfway mark. But that's not to celebrate, for next we are up against Crasher Wake. And like most Pokemon games, Pokemon Platinum has a lot of water encounters. Instead of grabbing a full team of water Pokemon, I wanted to challenge myself by limiting myself to only 4 Pokemon for this gym. First on my list is Bibarel. I then cast my line out and snag myself a red cart. For my next Pokemon, I had to swing by the closest route to the water gym and pick up the small water weasel. For the final water Pokemon I wanted on my team, I charged full speed ahead into the Great March Safari Zone, and the Pokemon in question, Quagsire. I just love how it looks. I mean, come on, look at that face. Sadly, I wasn't able to catch it and it ran away. Luckily though, I found a little Wooper right after. After leveling all my Pokemon to the new level cap of 35, I stormed right into Crasher Wake's gym. He leads with his Gyarados, and I used my favorite Weasel Boy, Floatzel. And of course his first attack is a crit on me! Well, rest in peace, Floatzel. I throw out my oversized beaver and click one move, Rollout. I didn't expect much from this, but I wanted to see how far we could go. And I don't get to find out because I get crit yet again by Wake's Gyarados. What is he feeding this thing? Finally, with my Bibarel, I'm able to take down this crit-heavy Seaworm. Bibarel is only hanging on by a thread though, the thread that gets cut in half by Floatzel's Aqua Jet. Time to turn the tables and have my Gyarados take on Wake's Floatzel. Blow after blow, we are both at low HP. Gyarados puts up a good fight, but wasn't able to match Floatzel, which means it's time for the Giga Chat of water Pokemon. Quagsire has a fun little ability that I had completely forgotten about, Water Absorb. With Floatzel down, it was time for the ultimate battle, Quag v Quag. We both start with Yawn. I decide to take this chance to increase my special defense. The enemy wakes up first and gets a Rock Tomb off, which slows me. Once I wake up, we both yawn each other yet again. I keep mud bombing this Quagsire until I came out as the victor. Before I could continue on my epic gym monologue challenge, I gotta save the world a bit apparently. I meet this random blonde lady who gives me medicine to help relieve the migraines of some wild Psyducks. Sure. Then this lady pops back up and tells me to deliver something to her grandma. Why don't you do it, huh? I arrive at the little town her grandma lives in, and I had to battle a random Team Galactic grunt. And then the leader of Team Galactic himself. This whole issue between Cynthia and Team Galactic sounds like a them problem. Regardless, I dunk on this middle-aged dude with a weak team. Wait, just how old is Cyrus? 27? Swiftly moving on from that, it is time to prepare for the 6th gym. Before taking the boat to Iron Island, I pick myself up a Bronzor in Mount Cornet. On Iron Island, I catch myself the steel worm known as Steelix, and some dude in blue gave me an egg. This egg hatches into Riolu, that when evolved becomes a fighting steel type Lucario. With these 3 Pokemon, I venture into the Steel Gym and make my way to Byron. Byron starts off with his Magneton, and I bring out my Lucario. Lucario's Aura Sphere is insane. It takes down Magneton, then his Steelix, and finally his ace, Bastiodon. This was barely a gym. I grab my new shiny badge and exit the gym. As I walk out, my rival rushes up to me and forces me to do the story. While I talk to the professor, an explosion happens and I'm sent on a mission to visit each lake in the Sinnoh region. I speedrun through the first 2 lakes, which leaves me with 1 remaining. Conveniently, the final lake is located right next to the 7th gym. The 7th gym, Candice, Candy's nuts fit in your mouth. Candace has 4 ice Pokemon. There are 4 ice Pokemon I am able to catch, and wait a damn minute. This is going to be a mirrored battle. I catch Snorunt, Sneasel, Swinub, and Snover. To evolve my Swinub into Mamoswine, I need a Heart Scale, to then go back to the move relearner to teach my Piloswine Ancient Power. But where do I even get a Heart Scale to begin with? Well, there is a Pokemaniac that asks for a specific Pokemon, and that Pokemon was Rapidash. Of all Pokemon, I fly back towards the beginning of the game and find a little Ponyta and evolve it into Rapidash to get my Heart Scale. I teach Ancient Power to Piloswine so that it can evolve. I doubt I'll ever use this attack in the gym anyways. Now, with my ice team fully assembled, I was ready to start sliding through snowballs to reach the gym leader. I knew this gym would be challenging since it was a mirror matchup, but nothing could have prepared me for how brutal it actually was. Most of the fight wasn't that bad, except for Frostlass. This piece of shit monster has Double Team, Blizzard, and Shadow Ball. These 3 moves used together make Frostlass an unstoppable force of pain. But after many attempts and many wipes, I was finally able to melt the ice gym. Glalie is clearly better than Frostlass! With the 7th badge obtained, the end is in sight. However, there is still 1 gym left to tackle. But before I could even prepare for that gym, I went to the 3rd lake to see how my rival was doing, and guess what? He lost his battle. What a surprise! I head to the Team Galactic hideout and listen to Cyrus give a speech about ending the world. What? I battle and beat him only to find out he's going to Mount Coronet to start his plans. I follow behind him into the mountain, beat the Galactic admins, and then jumped into a wormhole. The average 10-year-old experience, I guess. I explore this dream world where nothing makes sense until I find Cyrus, who demands another battle and gets beaten again. Before I could leave this dream world, I gotta battle the legendary Pokemon Giratina. Or not. I simply ran away because this is not my gym challenge, damn it! With the world saved, it's time to prepare for the final gym. Volkner has a Jolteon, Raichu, Luxray, and Electivire. All 4 of these Pokemon thrive one way or another, and beating them will be tough. For my team, there are 5 available electric Pokemon I could catch, the first of which I already have, Rotom. I swing by earlier routes to grab Shinx and a Squirrel, then I head towards the 8th gym to snag both Magnemite and Electabuzz. After some quick evolutions, it was time to take on the final gym. I begin working my way through trainers and I start sweating beads. I was struggling against some of the gym traders and knew from that moment Volkner was going to be a bitch. After a long and grueling journey, I finally arrive at the leader and jump right into the battles. I'm going to pull a muscle in my fucking hamstring if you don't land this sweet. How are you kidding me? Yep, just as I expected. I get bent over and over. It was mainly Electivire or just bad RNG. I was beginning to dread this fight and slowly losing my sanity. After losing count of my losses, I realized there was a way. I jump into the fight with Magnezone and resort back to my Gym 1 strat. Screech until I die. It ends up working out thanks to Luxray killing Jolteon with a single crunch. Raichu gets thrown out and I put my faith into Swagger. Luxray manages its way through its paralysis and takes Raichu down, which is a huge step forward for me in this battle. The big beast Electivire gets thrown out and my poor Luxray didn't stand a chance. This is the deciding moment. Remember earlier, I told you Rotom has a key role in this gym? Well, it's time. Double team. We have the win condition finally. 6 double teams in. We land the Confuse Ray. Fuck my chair. Fuck the chair. I am squatting in this air right now while we're trying to focus on beating this. Come on. I get the Wildebeest to low HP before Volkner uses a full restore. And I continue my spam of Ominous Wind. Though I don't get a single stat boost. It's fine though, since the biggest threat is down. Now it's smooth sailing to beat Volkner's Luxray. I confuse the hell out of it and get the dub. Oh! Yes! This was a little fun gimmick challenge that I created, and if you enjoyed these type of gimmick videos, then be sure to leave a like, comment, and even subscribe. I have a wide variety of challenges on a wide variety of games I like to play. Maybe even check me out live on Twitch. See you guys!